Sometime back, one of my readers had got in touch with me and said that she wants to send banana chips, which are based on her mom's recipe. And she said they're the best banana chips ever. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I like salty, crunchy, fried things, chips, bananas, everything. So I said, why not? And guess what? They were, and they continue to be the best banana chips I have. And they even have curry leaves in them, which is a thing which I've never come across. So I'm Kalyan Karmakar, and welcome to my podcast, Foodocracy for Her. Foodocracy for Her is an award-winning podcast and India's longest running podcast featuring women in the Indian food and beverage business. And today I'm going to speak to two sisters from Kerala, Reshma and Annu. And Reshma lives in Mumbai, Annu in Bangalore. They have got together to put a very interesting platform to feature food products by home chefs and women entrepreneurs, but they themselves are like, you know, engineers and economic grads, and they've been into AI, which I think is artificial intelligence and all of that. So instead of me trying to give you their introduction, let's go to them and hear about what they're doing. Yeah. So there's Reshma and there's Annu. Anu's joining in from Bangalore. Reshma is close to IIT, where she did her EMBA in Powai. Ladies, I'm having a espresso. That's okay. Like, if I'm speaking with a Kerala person, does it have to be filter coffee or espresso is fine? You won't cancel
it's
me,
totally
right?
fine. No, absolutely not. We've also moved to black coffees. At least I did. Made a switch from teas and coffees to black coffees long back.
Yesterday I was at Soam's. I had the filter coffee without sugar, and you always need a bit of sugar. But they do these tiny jalebis. So I had one tiny jalebi before the coffee and one after. You know, they're so tiny. So I can do it. Okay, first thing first. I didn't try to say the name of your platform or enterprise, which Reshma is helming, and Anu, of course, is working. So she gives the sisterly advice. Anu, are you the elder sister or younger sister or twins?
I'm the younger one.
Younger one. So the younger one is giving advice to the elder sister. So that's great. So how do you pronounce your name? Because of the organization? Because I used to call it Meengurry Memories. Then I read in your thing it should be Meengurry. So just right.
It's actually Meengurry with a G. So generally, when you say mean curry, it means fish curry. But we try to bring a very Kerala aspect to it. So very colloquially, when we say Meengurry, we say Meengurry and not mean curry. So that's actually Meengurry with a G.
But Meengurry means fish curry? It means fish curry?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Reshma, you're saying something?
Yeah, it does. So there is a reason why Annu suggested this name. So this was back in, I think, 2020.
So the younger sister calls all the shots, is it?
Yeah. So she is very much. Instagram was very new for me. I don't think I even had an Instagram account before we started the whole Meengurry Memories page. So Annu introduced me to all of that. So I'll just quickly tell you why we actually named it Meengurry Memories initially to start with. So in Kerala, almost, and just like how it is for you as also in Bengal, right? Almost every home, unless and until you're a vegetarian, there is fish curry. Okay,
yes.
And it doesn't matter.
You might not
right?
like
every
it.
Home has...
You might not like it. Like I didn't like having fish curry every day, but yes.
Yeah, but it's staple, right? So there are some days that you skip having the fish curry, and then maybe you just have the curry or you just have the fish. But then everywhere, every home you go, there is fish curry, different types of fish, and depending upon the region, you have some people prefer backwater fish in Kerala, some people the sea, some people even river fish for that matter. But the idea that we've had was there is a lot of memories that you create on your dining table when you are actually sharing a meal, right? And which is possibly every other home. So why don't we name our page Meengurry Memories? It is possibly our way of telling some of these memories that we had through food. That's how we named it. So, and we wanted to give a twist to the curry part. So in Kerala, one of the things when I moved to Bombay, our friends and colleagues used to kind of tease me the way we pronounce certain words, right? So we have this ga in like instead of ka, we say ungle or something like that. So we thought we'll just put a little bit of tweak to our Meengurry, and that's how Meengurry Memories were born.
But you're a pakka Mumbaikar also, because in Mumbai, especially like Sachin Tendulkar and all that, when he would bowl, he would say "Aiga." So ga is you're very much a Mumbaikar. And I mean, we'll talk more about your products, and a few of them with me, some I know of. So it's not that because it's named Meengurry that you do non-veg stuff. I mean, you have both everything. But listen, I was going through your bios and I was like feeling a serious inferiority complex because like Anu's been to Loyola in Chennai, which is one of the top colleges, and done economics over there. Reshma's done this thing. Then she came to Mumbai and she was working in health tech, and then she did her MBA at IIT Mumbai, and then Anu, on the other hand, started at Teach for India, raising funds. Please teach me how to raise funds, because my crowdfunding for my book is disappointing my cats, whom I'm writing about. They said that I should use their page, their more followers. And then both of you have worked in AI, which I think is not Air India, but artificial intelligence. And you guys have worked together in a health tech company. Then Anu's working, and then Reshma started Meengurry Memories. What's happening?
Yeah, maybe Annu, you can talk about how we started.
Anu, you want to talk
Meengurry
about it, and then Reshma can.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I can probably start off as to how we went about creating Meengurry Memories. So and it's not just with Meengurry Memories. I think we need to like take a step back, just start speaking about the emotion that we had about
the memories. The
memories that we had with food. And like every time when we think about a specific event or a specific occasion that we had when we were young, it also has to do something with the food. We always think about, the biryani that we used to have at their wedding. So it's always used to be about the food along with the memory that we had. So, and then what happened was that it's actually about 10 years ago that we both moved out of Kerala for my studies and for Reshma for her work respectively. And it's actually like just a day difference that we actually moved out.
And where in Kerala were you? Where in Kerala were
part
you?
of Kochi. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Kochi.
Kochi. Okay. So why do you say small town in Kerala? Kochi is not small town.
When we compare it with the Mumbai.
I know from Kolkata.
No, we used to live in.
Exactly.
We used to live in a place called Alua. So most of our upbringing, everything was in Alua. Alua is actually a town. You can imagine right now everything has changed. But then earlier it used to be like after 6 o'clock, everything is dark, everything is shut. Even today, so the part right now where we live, with our parents live, that is more, you can still see lights, you can still go out even at 8 or 9. But generally where we grew up during that time, it was very still conservative, more than conservative. That is how the lifestyle was. Everything is local.
I know what you mean, because like in Calcutta, even as a boy, like I think I had a curfew of 9 o'clock when I was in college and working. So once I came to Mumbai and paying guest and working, I was like, yay, I'm going to stay out till 2:33 in the morning till I had to get to office in time. Yes, but anyway, Anu, you're talking of memories and food.
Yeah. No, and we're saying that I think that's still a little alienated for us to actually be out, especially in like maybe in an Alvey or so. But yeah, things would change. But yeah, so as I was saying, when we had actually moved out of Kerala, then the home food or those memories associated with food, it started to become like whenever I come back home, and then when I go back to my hostel in Chennai, that's when like amma and our aunt amma chechi, who we very fondly call, they used to pack their specialities and give it to us. And I sometimes used to feel like my friends are really looking forward for that food rather than meeting me when I go back. They used to tell me like, they make it so amazingly. How can we have it every day was the question. But of course, it had its own limitation. So we wanted them actually to do something about with their passion, because they are the people who I know who are very passionate about cooking, and it's not just about cooking but serving people. They really look into your face when you're eating the food and wait for that feedback, to actually they really like hearing about when we say, oh, this is really good, we need more of it. They really like
and we normally don't do it, right? When our moms make it, we just, our grannies make it, we just eat. Feedback is more to Instagram, when people say, this is so good, but ghar ka murgi, like they say, ghar ka Meengurry. Sambar, yes. Sorry,
but they were super passionate about it, and we wanted to see how they can do something about it. But of course, they did not know what to do with it, nor we were at a position to really advise them how we can take it to, a different level, actually. So what happened was, in about 2019, when I was just watching television when I was home, I saw this competition, a cooking competition by a very renowned Malayalam channel called Marabil Manorama, where they have this annual cooking competition.
Most read newspaper.
Okay, yes.
Most read newspaper. And,
exactly.
And they serve the digest.
Yes.
From before TV times.
So I think the television part of it started some years ago, and they have this annual cooking competition that happens during the time of Onam. So I saw that and on TV, and I thought, okay, why not they participate? Because this has to be done as a partner, like as a pair, and it can be like son and mom, or friends or colleagues. So I thought, okay, like if Amma is going, the best one to be with her is Amma Chechi. So I just registered their name. I just got a recipe from Amma, my favorite recipe of hers, and I sent it to them. They got selected. There were 2 more rounds. Where in the semi-final round, it was actually where it was also aired on TV, where they made avial. So that was a big thing for them, because that was the first time they were coming on a television. And they didn't know how they would come to a television.
And avial is probably the core Malayali vegetarian dish, at least. Yes, wow.
Exactly. So
and were the other contestants younger than them?
There were a mix, actually. There were a lot of them who were younger also, which was very fascinating for us. And like, people who are like, still in IT and all of them. So it was really nice. And for them to compete with them, like, to bring their cooking to a competition and to be aired on TV was a big thing. So they had that confidence. Suddenly there was a boost of confidence. They were like, okay, there's something that can be done. And
sorry to interject, but they were homemakers, as they say, right? Housewives till then.
Amma and Amma Chechi have been homemakers all their lives. Now that, I think probably we can speak a little more about it in a while. And then a few months after this competition is when the pandemic happened, and Reshma and I, we both moved back home because we did not know how long this pandemic is going to be. It was more like, we back to the childhood when all 4 of us were together. So, like we got to like eat Amma's food almost every day. And she was also very much happy about that. And that's when we sort of thought, like, someone very quick idea that came into me, because I was a lot of time spending on Instagram, and we were just discussing, okay, why not create like a Instagram page, more like a food blog, where we can actually speak a little bit about what Amma cooks. So show the photos of what she cooks, but we also wanted it to have a memory associated with it. So we used to post a photo about what she makes that day. And
while you're talking, I'm getting your page open. Please go ahead. I'm just getting your page open.
And then we will also have we'll have some memory of it from our childhood, that, or maybe us, or maybe our father, or maybe Amma might have a memory to share, because how she actually learned about that particular dish. So likewise that happened, and then we started off with the page. I would say fast forward. Yes, that's the page.
Just go on. I'm just scrolling it for people watching. I mean, this is the closest second way to AI or production studio. Go ahead. No, you're talking about your Instagram page.
Right. So what started as just a food blog or an Instagram page, I think fast forward, it has become more of a community. We were able to find a lot of people who were able to share, this food emotions or memories of their food on the page. And whenever we posted, they were really interested to know more about it. And now when we are where we are at, it's very nice to have met a lot of people online, as well as have had the opportunity to meet some of them offline as well, who share the same idea or share the same emotion with us. So that's where actually the long story short of Meengurry Memories. But what happened after that was when we went after like almost COVID settled down, and then when we went back to Mumbai, we also persuaded Amma to come with us. We wanted to do something like a meal curation, and what we actually started off first was a typical Malayali lunch. So
I remember the chicken sukha and all that which you said.
Yeah,
the chicken fry and the curry
and the rice, the Kerala rice.
Yes, of course.
So we called we called it a typical Malayali lunch. And we posted on Instagram as to know if anybody would be interested in getting it. We got 6 signups. And what was interesting was it was not just Malayalis, it was also non-Malayalis. And then we gave that, that meal curation, and we got really good response for that. We were very happy. We thought, okay, that's very interesting. So this meal curation also, and everything was homemade. It also had like a small sweet. It also had a snack, which is like the banana chips. And then we started hearing from people. They started asking, hey, where can we get this banana chips? And that actually got a new idea for us. But I think Reshma would be a better person to actually tell us more about it. So I'll probably pass it on to her. But yeah, this would where Meengurry Memories sort of grew to be a community. Yeah, but Reshma, would you want to?
No, I'll just interject here for a couple of things. First of all, Anu, I feel that I have a soul sister in you, because this is your long story short, and that's why my podcasts always exceed the hour, because I just keep talking. So 2 lessons which I've got out of this: that parents, if you tell your children not to watch TV or TV less, this is a good example of why you should watch TV. And I'm not so much parents, but partners and all that. If you feel your partner spending too much time on Instagram, good can come out of that. Where to find the chips? You can find the chips in my home, but I'm not sharing them. So, I must compliment you that your packaging and all of that has improved a lot, but the taste has been the same. So, Reshma, you fry the chips, I believe. You've become your amma.
Yeah. So what happened is,
Does my amma approve of what you do? Of your chips?
Yeah, she does. Yeah. So the reality is, I am unable to send them chips back home. They actually buy it from store. So they say, can you send some?
Excuse.
Yeah, it's mostly because we bake every day, and every day it gets shipped from my home, and then I am unable to send. So unless and until they come here, then I pack a little. So just like how our parents packed us all of these achar and chips when we used to come for studies or work from hometown. Now I pack chips and everything for them when they go back.
So your parents have become the kid, or your mom's become the kid. Wow. Yes.
Yeah. So, to the extent that yesterday I saw my dad ordered some chips and the new sharkravarti, etc. So that he's like, otherwise I will not get it. So I'm actually ordering it on the site so that it's on your dashboard, right?
That's as obvious a hint as possible. Huh? That's as obvious.
Yeah. So I have to really, really send him.
Parents are smart. Parents are smart.
So, Annu was telling about, like you said, right? It's important that you watch TV. So all this home food, and you might know this better than us, home food, home chefs, this all became more normal during the pandemic, right? But before pandemic, it was still so niche. Very niche in the sense that it used to be special, but pandemic actually gave a lot of opportunity for many home chefs to come forward, put up their show their culinary skills to the rest of the world.
I think it legitimized it also. It also legitimized it.
Exactly. Yeah. And then there were many systems. Yeah, and then many systems, many ways, more all these. I think BFast or all of these Dunzos, everything also found a separate line of business, right, which was fresh food carrying. So, but again, within that particular radius, what we did is when this whole the TV thing was happening, that was way before pandemic. What I had told my amma is, she always used to say, I want to become, let's do catering, right? And like, because it was not, it was a special thing or a niche thing, home-based catering, etc. My dad used to say, how would you work it out? I don't know. There were so many questions. So I told her, if you actually win the competition, what I'll do is I'll give you an initial small funding. Why don't you start it on your own?
It's the reverse. Normally, parents fund the child, to start off, and the child's funding the parents. I'm finding the story more and more fascinating.
I just wanted her to start off.
You are making a lot of, us kids, children, feel like, okay, mom, don't watch this anymore. Go and watch some TV.
It was, we just wanted her to start off. We just wanted her to feel that it's her project, and we told, we'll help you. By that time, this was 2019. By that time, Annu and I had the skills that we have acquired through our, running, being part of our startups, etc. So we actually told her this. Unfortunately, they didn't win the competition. They didn't become first. They came in the TV. They did, but I still told her, it's okay. Yeah, they came in the semifinals, but then we said, we'll figure out something. Then fast forward, pandemic, Instagram page was born. I came back home and I told my mom, hey, can you come here? Let's do this. Let's try and do something like this. You enjoy this, right? Come here, let's prepare something, and then share it with people who are like us, children who have come, who really miss the home food, just like how you share it with us. So she was actually initially part of that whole meal curation. She said, okay, let's make a lunch plate. And what we also did differently was that we just didn't, so people cannot order, one curry or one this thing. You have to get the whole meal. And the whole meal come with a small memory that we've had.
Yes,
the whole meal come with, so we also, give a Spotify playlist. So, we say these are the movies that you can watch while you're having this meal. These are the songs that you can listen to while you are. So we used to share all of that.
This is all AI, is it? Is this what we call AI? No.
No.
Okay.
No, not.
Hopefully someday I'll find out what is AI. Cryptocurrency and all that. I think cryptocurrency is banned, no? Or it's got over, right?
No, I don't. I think it's going to be a wave.
Okay. So then
it's going to be a huge wave soon. So that happened. And this banana chips, which you also got as a small packet, right? By that time when we were sending it to you, we had already packaged it. But then back then, it was just a side item. So we just gave it in a small packet. We said, hey, this is banana chips. I tried it here. And this is a process. The recipe is very simple, but the process takes time. And the initial banana chips was very different from what we are getting right now, because a lot improved in the process also. People started asking us, hey, can we get the banana chips? Will you package the banana chips and give? So I felt that, okay, then there is something here. Maybe let me try it out. So this whole passion project of ours became, something where we could invest a little bit more time beyond what we were doing, like once in a month or so. So we were thinking, okay, let's spend a little bit more time. So what I did is I hijacked my home kitchen. I got utensils. These were like small utensils because we hardly really cooked at home. We always used to eat out.
I've seen the banana chip guys in Bombay sometimes on the street with a huge kadai, right from the Churchgate days, and frying, and it's so fascinating.
Yeah, we do that. So that is I did that, and then we started packaging. So because you told about packaging, one thing that I remember is, so my husband Amar, he used to tell me, so the only time I used to get to do all of this was after working hours. And then because we were in healthcare, my pandemic, the work from home was crazy because we were working with BMC actually. Projects.
Of course,
so we actually did a lot of our deployments were done. We worked with the BMC COVID team. So a lot of work was going on. So post working hours, that is, the time was between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning is when I could invest a lot of time in packaging this or thinking about conceptualizing the whole thing. So Amar, my husband used to tell me that, first build the product, don't think about the packaging right now. But I always, I believe that product quality is a given. You will actually have to give something which is of the top quality, but packaging makes a lot of difference for the person who's receiving.
It does.
So,
sorry, Amar, but it does. It does. But thank you for lending Reshma to all of us during the after hours so that we could have the banana chips, because in those busy times, and then 10 to 2 she's there's her partner's working. It's quite, I hope Netflix helped or whatever. Yes.
No, it was very meditating for me actually. So after a busy day, just that banana, the frying and the consistency, etc. It was very meditating for me, to be honest.
True.
So from banana chips, what happened is then people started asking us. So we are a community who are only talking about banana chips over WhatsApp, over Instagram,
Yes.
and then people
My
started
brother
asking,
who loves banana chips, I sent it with him to Gurgaon. He also loved it.
Yeah, you told, right? So that it's all great, no? And then some people started asking, hey, what else do you make, right? Can you make prawn pickle, for that matter? So we stopped our fresh food part because we felt operationally
Prawn
it was a
pickle.
nightmare.
They can make prawn pickle, but this is not made by Reshma. So we'll hear
This is not
more
made
about
by
it. Yes,
yeah.
It's without my glasses, I can't read this fine print anymore. But this is Anu, right? Annu Suresh. That's you.
No,
No?
that's Uma Suresh.
Uma Suresh. Okay. So related to you, Anu?
Yes, my mom.
Oh, okay. So both your mom. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our mom.
Yeah.
So people asked. So all of these, the products that we have today, everything was people asked for it. So they said, "Can you make prawn pickle?" And initially, I was like, "Okay, I don't know how to make prawn pickle. I tried it, but it doesn't work at all." So I
I've
asked
finished
my
most
mom.
of it, but
You did?
I said I've finished most of it.
Oh.
But they're tiny prawns. You can't make out right now. I think I've eaten them. Yeah.
So then we asked, then I told my mom, now this is an opportunity. Now we have people, you will actually have customers and you have that, now you don't need funding anymore because all you need the funding is just the raw materials that get the best quality ingredients and make some pickles. I had tasted your pickles. People are asking for pickles. Can you do this? She was excited. She said, yeah, I can. So she made the prawn pickle. I put it up with the customers who initially asked for, and then there was a huge uptake. From there, that's how from Meengurry, then now a slight shift is August. I actually quit my job, and I thought that just the learnings that we had with Meengurry Memories or the banana chips making, packaging them, shipping them, can we actually do that, scale it in a much more bigger way?
But I just want to ask. I just want to ask you this one question. That I mean, Amar and you're in a in a big city, and it's self sort of run family. So was it a bit of a worry to quit and set up your own thing? Was there pressure on both of you? Was he sort of this thing with one earning member becoming less? And it's a big problem in Mumbai or anywhere, for
actually for us it's two earning members now. Not so he's also building his startup. Yeah, he's building his own startup in health tech.
But startup sounds fancy and all. Startup. If you go and say if you're sitting in a coffee shop and someone says, "What are you doing?" I have my own startup.
Yeah, I think it is very fancy till we actually have the thing is that everybody, there is a lot of glamour for startup, right? But there is a non-glamorous world to startup as well, which is what we are going
and
through
also
right now.
Malayalis, I think a bit like Bengalis, prefer perhaps more to be in service than entrepreneurship. Yes. No? Yeah. Maharashtrians, Malayalis, Bengalis. No?
I would say more business oriented. At least in Kerala, everybody will have a side business at least. Like for example, I have seen
and then the rest will go to Dubai. And the rest will go to Dubai.
More of them,
they will migrate, right? So I think it's a bit the whole business entrepreneurship. At least I've always felt for me it's a bit inherited. Like I've always seen my dad. He has worked for some time. That I've seen that during childhood. But then for the most part of my growing up, I've seen him doing his own business. So even today, right,
wrong
he gives
assumption.
a lot of
wrong assumption.
So service is
on my part.
I think it's more of Malayalis who are, I'm not stereotyping, but if we move out of Kerala, then there is quite a lot more that we explore in service.
Okay, so tell me about your startup. So, I mean, yours is also startup, right? You're starting up. So, So tell me about the other plans.
Call it a startup. Yeah, so what I am building right now is a social commerce platform. Which will have live commerce, which will have video commerce. And what we will have is more people like the Meengurry Memories brand come on board and then start being able to put up their listings and be able to connect with the people like us who are actually missing home memories. So recreating.
So it needn't necessarily be Kerala. It needn't necessarily be Kerala, because I'm just seeing some of the other products. Of course, your mom's mango pickle. Now that I know who Suresh is, so there's also fabulous. As you can see, I've finished most of it. Yeah, if you guys can read what's written here, but if you can't read like me, there's there's this QR code, and which, thanks to the pandemic and eating out in the pandemic, I know what to do with this. Then there is the Kerala Pori, and it's done by a different lady, right? So I'm sorry, but I can't read who this is, but I did read the name before. So who's the Kerala Pori?
She's Lakshmi. She's actually our aunt.
Lakshmi.
So first was mom.
Oh, this is the chechi, amma chechi.
Amma chechi.
Amma chechi, yes.
Okay,
that means Amma's sister, basically. So she's our
so
aunt,
Masi. Okay. Amma chechi, I'll remember that.
Correct.
I'll call my Choto Masi that. My younger maternal aunt. Okay. So then let me understand. So it needn't necessarily be because right now you have the Shakar Para. I don't know whether that's Kerala. I mean, you have a different name for it. Inji Puli, of course, is as Kerala as it gets, right? Tamarind and ginger and all that.
All of this,
so,
as of now, everything is Kerala.
So what's the plan?
Today we have... so we have 8 entrepreneurs today. I would say they all started or is starting their entrepreneurial journey with us. And
all your family members? All family members?
No. Different people. No. Just my mom and Amma and Amma Chechi are... So we could experiment with them, right? We could experiment with them in understanding what are your pain points.
So
what is it that we can solve?
Masi and
they were very kind. Yeah. So we learned a lot from their experience, where they said that what are the things that we cannot avoid? The emotion part in the food, the quality part in the food, the authenticity, the taste. We couldn't, and the hygiene, right? Where you are preparing all of this from. So we actually created a
consistency, right? Because if I've had the banana chips before, the pickle before, I'd expect the same, the next time.
That's right. So everything is made in small batches, craft batches. Everything is made at home. So one thing that we actually, so we could create a lot of SOPs by learning what they were going through in terms of shipping, in terms of
I know,
packing.
This I know. Standard operating procedure.
Oh yes, standard operating procedure.
You know, some good of doing one's MBA, even if it's in the 90s. Yes.
Yeah, so we did all of that. We actually did all of that. We could learn from them. And now the people that we have, and I'll be very happy to say this. So we also now have Maharashtrian cuisine. And all of this.
So what product? Maharashtrian?
2 types of chivdas. So one chivda is the kurmura chivda, which is like the puffed rice, and the other one is the poha chivda, which is like the flattened rice. And
so kurmura is what you call muri in Bengali. Yeah. Muri in Bengali is muri. You know what the jhal muri ka muri? So that's kurmura.
We call it pori. We call it pori in Kerala. So
then what's this? If you call it pori, what's this?
That is podi. Podi is powder. The other is
these Malayalis are crazy, as in Asterix used to say. Okay, so 2 types of kurmuras, the Maharashtrian.
The 2 types.
They're Maharashtrian.
And interestingly, they're Maharashtrian, and very interesting, right? So if even for us, it is very new, and the way we actually onboard them is a very different process. So we don't list any. It's not that everybody comes and lists with us. We carefully curate them through our customers. So it's a customer love driven process. So what we do is that we have this community, right? So we call them, so the company, the platform that we are building, the social commerce platform is called TOCCO. It's actually the abbreviation.
What does TOCCO mean? Because in Bombay, TOCCO means like,
really?
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Mirzapur and, stuff. What's called TOCCO. So what is TOCCO?
So TOCCO for us, it is called the Orange Candy Company. Orange Candy is what it's the nostalgia.
TOCCA.
Right? Yeah. The Orange Candy community or the Orange Candy Company is what we thought.
Those orange. Orange.
I think it also means touch in Italian. It actually means that. So we are like, okay, that's nice. I mean, let's call it TOCCO. So TOCCO is the platform where we actually have different entrepreneurs. We help with them in terms of all these go-to-market strategies, what we learned, we are actually making it in subscribable format. Like anybody who wants to start off today, you can start off with us, because by the time you're already onboarding, all these processes is set. You already have customers. You know the pulse of the customer, because we give sample tasting to the customers. We have a scoring system,
and then they tell you, give you a go no go sort of.
Yeah, they give us a go ahead. Some of them give us suggestions for iterations, which we pass on in a consolidated anonymous format to our chefs or our food creators as well. And so that is how. So all of this, many of this is in the pipeline, in the process. And the Maharashtrian Chief Das is actually our small step to the next cuisine in the platform. One is actually created by Miss Jyoti. Jyoti is from Chembur. The other person, which we are very excited about, he is a police officer. He was with Mumbai Police for 30 years. And
you can't say TOCCO to him.
Oh,
You can't say TOCCO to he will
so yeah, we need to tone it down. I think we need to tell about what TOCCO means and then reach out.
TOCCO in Bombay. Yes.
Wow,
yes.
this is an insight for us.
Blame it on Mirzapur and Jamtara and all these things I've been watching. In fact, my wife is very worried about the Hindi I'm learning through them. And I tell her that this be that. No, this is, you stick to your old Bunyad Hindi and Hum Log Ka Hindi ma. And don't do Mirzapur Hindi. Yeah. So is it about the police officer? Well, police officer is he retired or is he?
He's retired. Yeah. Okay. No, he's retired. So this is not even a business, right? He just made this very addictive chivda for his friends and family. And I happen to know his son-in-law who said, my...
very addictive what? Chivda again, did you say?
Chivda. Yeah, so it's very addictive in the sense that you can just keep eating, just like the chips, right? I mean, very tasty, very crispy, very nice. And then, he wanted to send over some samplers. So I'm like, are you interested in listing with us? We will help you. We will handhold you. And then they were very excited as well. So that is Mr. Shyam, and he's also in the onboarding process with us. And then we have few others. Most of the people today that we have a mixed age group. Now we have across genders, and in this age group, most of them are leaning towards 45 plus at the moment. But then today I was actually speaking. Annu and I were speaking before this, and she was saying.
So I can also do something, huh?
Everybody can.
Anybody can.
Everybody can. And Annu's one of our friends who's a Bengali. He wants to do something with us. So he's based out of Bangalore. He's really passionate about cooking. So we have a lot of people like this, and then we are onboarding.
So give me an idea of what are the sort of products, and I'm a bit confused because I went to your page and then to the Meengurry Memories website, and then I was seeing even earlier. So is TOCCO or TOCCO is that I should stop now with the TOCCO nonsense? But is TOCCO the website, or is TOCCO the company and Meengurry is the website?
TOCCO is the website.
How do customers find you? How do we find you?
Oh yeah. So TOCCO is the name of the company or the product, the platform that we call it, and all of these brands are part of TOCCO. So we call them the TOCCO Collective. And the first 20 brands that we are onboarding right now will be like our own house brands. House brands, and it's multiple individuals making all of this at their home. And we don't do fresh food. So that is one thing that we are going to stay away from. We will be doing fresh packed food, which has a shelf life of over 21 days, which can reach anywhere. So we started shipping to the US, and there are customers in the US right now. So we can ship, people can take this. There's a lot of considerations in terms of the packaging, etc., that we need to take
So what goes to the US?
Labeling.
Give me an idea of what goes to the US, what sort of product?
The chips. So the chips goes to the US. All the snacks goes to the US. Go to the US right now. The pickles, etc., you need a special packaging. So you cannot send glass bottles to the US. So you need to make the packaging different. You need to have FDA approved food labeling. So there is quite a lot of processes.
In India, you can you can send the pickles to Calcutta, Delhi.
Everywhere.
Bangalore.
We do have, in fact, whenever you put up about our prawn pickle, we have people from Calcutta reaching out to us.
And you know what? When I began working in the late 90s, I had gone to Vizag, and one of the things I was told about was the non-veg pickles, which was a novelty for us Bengalis. So I went to a place and bought prawn, fish, ye wo. But I don't know if it's something about those pickles, or at that time my palate was not as flexible. But I came back, opened them, and said, "Oh my God, it seemed like, durian to me." So then there was another gentleman who worked in HSBC close to us. So I gave it to him. He loved it. But these prawn things, I think, having tried food all over the world, this is quite. It doesn't require any major palate. It's not even like prawny in a good way.
Yeah,
So all the
that is
Calcuttans
also
order, huh?
because
And what about the
yeah,
chips?
they do.
Oh, I'm worried about, because with so much demand, I'm now worried. ये चोरी हो जाएगा तो ढंग से.
So the chips also. So how it happens is we make it at home. Now I have a help. I have two, which I call them chechi. Chechi in Malayalam means sister.
Masi.
So I call them chechis.
Even in Calcutta, you'd call her house help Mashi and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I call her Chechi. I don't think she understands that I'm calling her Chechi. But she responds to me anyway.
But
So
Chechi is like Chachi, Chechi. Now that you think of it, is like Chachi. But so it's okay, yeah. Maybe you should tell her about her. You should tell her. Maybe they're wondering, what is this? What is she calling
yeah,
us?
but she's
Chechi
maybe
to
yeah, she feels, I mean, we are like, hey, Chechi, can we do this? And she is fine. And Amar is not a Malayali. He is actually he's a Bombay boy. And then he also calls her Chechi now.
Then it's okay.
Then it's okay. So they understand.
Yeah.
So now we have help. So every day we make the chips. It's packed fresh and it is shipped. The same is happening with all of the other products as well. So the whole standard operating procedure that we learned and we have put up is, you make it fresh, and we have decentralized kitchens. So we also have some here, which is, I call my home the Mumbai hub, but also from different kitchens, it's picked up from the source kitchen directly to the customer. So
pickles must be happening in Cochin, right? Or in your mom's place, and this must be happening in Chechi's place.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, now, sorry, I don't think I got a clear answer to that question. Maybe you did, but maybe I'm not clear. Where do we go to buy these products? If you go to the internet, Meengurry Memories site, or TOCCO?
Yeah, so we have actually indexed both in Google. So we've indexed both. So even if you put Meengurry Memories, you will still get redirected to TOCCO. Even if you put TOCCO, you get redirected. So
and Instagram
you will ultimately land in the page.
Is there TOCCO on Instagram?
It is there, but we plan to make it more informational, instead of, we will continue to grow the community through Meengurry Memories. We don't want to go away from it. And that's already, people know us through that. Last day I was
sort of unsolicited advice, but, it just seems more endearing that Meengurry Memories, it's an alliteration. It could be from, say a particular language, but it's just sweet. I mean, it's almost like, say, Malgudi days. It's of course has a bit of an association of, but perhaps Malgudi would. Meengurry, people won't even know what Meengurry is. I mean, outside versus TOCCO. I mean, whatever call you guys will take, I know it's a considered call, but I think that okay, I'm going to ask two questions, because I'm also trying to make my podcast a bit crisp. Is that I think first is a more important question, that to all the people out there who want to sort of who are inspired by you people, or even otherwise had thought that I make this lovely masala, or this lovely kasundi, or this lovely pori, or the chili, this thing, or pickles, or from Rajasthan and stuff. I don't know how to sell it, how to package it. So if I want to, put it on TOCCO or Meengurry Memories, how do I do it? And the second question is, I think more in behalf of us petuks, or greedy people, as we say in Bangla, that if you want to become a part of the test market, how do you become? But I think the first one's a more serious question. So how do people sort of get onto your thing? Because you also said, Reshma and Annu, that your aim eventually is to scale it, right? So that more and more people can sort of benefit from it. And then it also becomes like financially viable. And it's only when it's financially viable that it's a win-win situation for everyone. So there's nothing wrong in commerce.
Absolutely.
But,
Absolutely.
So how do people onboard themselves?
Just a simple hello to our WhatsApp number. That's more than enough today, because most of these people,
and that's
they
on
are
your
not.
WhatsApp page. It's there.
Yeah, it is there, and also
yeah,
maybe I can tell it. So it is. It's there on our page. It's there on our website. It's there everywhere. I've put clickable links. You will directly.
Like this is when I clicked on your link. This is where I went.
Yeah. The link and the numbers, so everything is
and
there.
there's a apply now. Yes, is it apply now for tasting? No, it's apply now for for people doing Kerala. But anyway.
So we will actually that is the plan, and we have a onboarding form, the onboarding application, etc., and they can just reach out to us. There are some some questions, some parts that we have a conversation with them first, and we understand how, so they don't need to right now worry about the whole tech aspects of TOCCO or anything of that sort. They just need to know how to make it with abundant joy and passion, and we will take care of the rest.
And is there, if whatever detail you want to get into, but do they have to pay some sort of subscription fee, or is it like more on a commission basis when they sell? I mean, because people have all these questions, right now we have the upper crust fair coming up, and there's a certain fee for the stands and stalls. And people then, they take a call whether they want to put in that amount or not. So, that's one thought which people have, that do we need to put in some money, or is it that as sales happen, we give you a commission? And
Sure. So we call it subscription and transaction, right? So today, the subscription part is free of cost for everyone. We in fact even give the packaging materials to some of, like for example, the initial entrepreneurs who onboarded with us, we actually help them a lot with all of that. So today that subscription is zero. In future, for the next set of entrepreneurs, there might be a subscription fee, not for listing, but for example, like if they want to participate in an event, if they want to be part of the export to the US, if they want to, part of the marketing campaigns, etc., then depending upon how they want to access the market, there will be a subscription fee. Today, it's only a transaction fee.
These are all value adds. So going forward, the people, the subscribers will be responsible for making the product and packaging, or that's a case-by-case basis?
Actually, we prefer them to do the packaging with the guidelines that we are.
These packaging, you guys sort of did it, because there's also the initial subscribers apart from being family.
I did that, but now they do it themselves right now. So they
might do it themselves, but this label designing and the bottles. So is this a service which will optionally provide to people? I mean, it's worth looking at, because I just feel that a lot of people who are not professionally trained, or who've not even worked in the corporate sector and all that, I think I'm saying might be worth thinking of. I don't know why I'm giving so much gas today, but I think it's worth thinking of, because even when we send stuff, we don't know how to package it. I mean, and it's informal, but and packaging makes such a difference, because I remember even when you did the curated food, that made so much difference versus the white dabba which would come from people.
No, you're actually right. So that is in the plan. So what we will have is even the shipping boxes, right? How do you know the right shipping boxes? How do you know whether it's 3-ply or 5-ply or 7-ply, right? We have kind of, in a little way, we have figured all of that. So the idea will be that they will also be able to pick the packaging materials if they want. They will be able to have, printing, everything, right? So generally, for you to operationalize, this is one place where you will be. And then you will slowly get into, say, video commerce, where you can put up your videos, people can comment on that. Live, you can actually have interaction, and then they do the purchase then and there. It's a huge thing in China, the whole live commerce. It's actually booming in India as well.
No, it is. So a lot of this, anything on social media or even otherwise, I was going to say real life, but brick and mortar depends on reach, right? So, at start, it is about increasing the reach. Do you have any plans in terms of how to extend the reach of your page, of the platform? Because it's only then that it makes sense, because if you get into sort of a subscriber or a crowdfunding model, as I'm realizing, that if you don't have enough subscribers, then it's quite pointless for both sides.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So any plans on that? Or?
Yeah, definitely. So right now we have, so today, 98% of our customers are word of mouth. It's a completely organic growth that we've had. The 2% is where we participate in events, that is offline events, etc. Now, these events that we participate, some of them will become very expensive. So a single entrepreneur from a home, they cannot afford to go for and pay for the event, right? So what we will do is help them to get and participate in these events through us. And
I think you're taking part in the upper crust, right?
We are.
Yeah.
So
we are
is that an
taking part in
example of your model, of the model
that
you
will
have
be
in
an
mind?
Correct. Yeah,
Oh,
correct.
nice.
So we are in the Young Entrepreneurs Junction, where we will be showcasing multiple brands.
So
and we'll
did
be
you say young
showcasing, their
entrepreneurs?
stories.
Did
Yeah.
you say young? Oh, your mom and Chechi will be very cool, very pleased. Of course, they're so young in, young in thought. You know?
Yeah, I am sure. So we are in that section. But to answer your question about the reach, we need to heavily do a lot of this in marketing. So because we are a B2C, we are actually a B2B2C. So B2C, we need to invest a lot more.
Business to commerce. Business to consumer, and B2B
Consumers.
is business to business. Yeah,
Sorry.
business to consumer. Yeah. No,
so we need to put a lot in the marketing, and currently in terms of, so we have to do a digital plus a physical model. So the digital is all the social media platforms that we have. We plan to have a lot more user generated content as opposed to us pushing our product, which is already happening at the moment. So we will leverage all the social media today. Then we will also have these events that we will be attending. Some of the new age is influencer marketing, paid collaboration. We have not done any of that today, but all of that is something which in the day we plan to scale and grow, that is
because
all
if it's a business, it's a business, you have to examine everything. Like, for example, I is old-fashioned blogger, but I've got nothing against influencers because they act as advertising agencies and media. So if it helps, it helps. So
that is all planned. That is what we will do offline as well. We will invest quite a lot in the branding and the branding strategy, marketing strategy.
All your own money, or you're getting any funding?
No, we will be fundraising as well. So we wanted to reach a certain number to ensure that we create enough value for our investors, which hopefully in the next 1 month we will reach, and then we'll do the fundraise.
Gulf investors or any investors? Okay, I know. No, it's fascinating. I know that Anu needs to leave. And Anu, poor thing, after I told her about long story short, has been completely quiet. But that wasn't the idea. But I guess Reshma is the one helming the business this thing. Okay, one last question is that if you want to be part of the tasting team, what do you do?
Very interesting.
I know a lot of people out there, are dying to have mini banana chips pickles. So, and jokes apart, is it from do you have a separate consumer base for subscribers? Because there are subscribers who are like hoping to be suppliers, but would there be like a consumer base who will get to know as and when new things are happening and shop from you?
Yeah, today it's open for everyone. So what we do is that whenever we have new samples that are coming in, first we do an internal quality tasting. If we feel that, okay, great, this is good to go, then we actually put it up actually on our Instagram, and even on our website, there is a tab which is called TOCCO Social. That is where, so you can actually see what all are in the sampling process, of which how many of them are going through iteration, how many of them are going to be soon on the menu. And there is a sign up form as well. So you can actually select whatever you want and sign up for it. In exchange, all we ask is a short feedback, like a 4-minute of your time, to give a constructive feedback to the chef.
Yeah,
so
there's not like feedback on Instagram. This is like, real feedback.
This is a one-on-one feedback. This is a one-on-one feedback.
Real feedback.
One-on-one feedback on it's a Google form that we have embedded on the site. And
I know someone gave you a lot of feedback about the podi early on.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was your Masi. You should have told me that. I would have been more politically correct, but I think there was some packaging issues.
It's great. No, absolutely not. It's great, right? We have learned a lot from the feedback from our customers and
I would have tasted it. It's like super stuff. It's beautiful. So no, maybe I'm asking these stupid questions, but so people on your site, who register, some people might be making products, but the others are there to see what's available. Lovely. Are they there to understand what's available?
Yeah. So on the site, you can, some of us are consumers or users, right? So they come and then browse and then they buy stuff and then go. Many people have asked for subscription for even that. So the users have asked for subscription, like, can you give
like to
like
get a
people
discount, perhaps, if you
yeah,
do a lot
discount,
of
or
things.
every month, I can subscribe for like 12 months. Can you every month on this particular date, can you
you
send it
ensure that I
across?
get my banana chip before it goes
Correct.
out of
We have
stock,
heard that a
or
lot.
the
So
prawn pickle or any of them?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So we
Injipuli.
are actually devising a lot of
Anu, in
that.
case you need to move out, we'll finish in a couple of minutes, but I know you have a commitment, so it's just
Yeah,
fine.
I've requested like about 3 minutes. I was just trying to. I
Okay,
think
3
my
minutes we'll
laptop
finish.
might just shut down before that, so I'm just ensuring.
Yeah, no, 3 minutes. Okay, so no, it's a great idea. In fact, Kana's, when she went to Germany, a colleague's brother was there, and he was saying that he runs a crowdfunding platform where they put up different projects, innovation projects, and then there are the people who are part of the platform, and they decide if this is the one they want to back. Then they put in money, and then that product gets made, and they get to make an investment in it. So I think crowdfunding, collaboration, all of that is new. I'm part of a crowdfunding experiment by a publisher, and to write my diary of a cat dad.
Yes.
So I think that what you guys are showing is the way it's to be done. So guys, you now know that if you want to get like free sampling, how to do it, but give proper feedback, huh? Not Instagram mein jaake Meengurry Memories is very good. I mean, I'm sure they're very good. Okay, I'm going to take 2-3 things out of this that you guys have creating this platform where people who want to sort of create food condiments, which can be packaged and sent, not like ready meals, it's being created. You can sort of subscribe to your platform to put your product up for for checking and then putting up, or you can be part of the consumers to be there. You can search for TOCCO, which is TOCCA, which means the orange candy. Then what? Orange candy?
Orange Candy Company. So it's TOCCO.
TOCC, TOCCO. So Orange Candy Company. Yeah. And or Meengurry Memories, which is the name. It's here, and you can go to the page and place an order, list yourself, and so all the products are very good, and I'm trying to make the podcast crisper, so I'm just going to end. Thanks a lot, Rashmi, Anu. It's so pleasant, so wonderful to speak to you. Hopefully, I'll see you at the Upper Crust Festival as well. Guys, on the Upper Crust Festival, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all these products which you spoke of, if you're in Mumbai, go there and we can buy, right?
Definitely.
Yes.
Let me warn you, banana chips might be sold out in the first half an hour and maybe everything. So just don't lose time. But with that, thank you. And then just, great. Thank you.
Thank